It's time for an out and about with Jamie Grouch, Shortcast video. And normally with this guy, we'd be talking to him about the Salvation Army. But normally that's how it would be. This time it's actually not about the Salvation Army. It's about the Newton Kiwanis Club. And it's with Tim North, who has been president of the Newton Kiwanis for what, 3 years now, Tim?
Yeah, I'll finish this will be my third year. Yep.
Okay,
this is my third. Yep.
Okay, when do you guys meet?
We meet on Wednesdays, the first and third Wednesday of each month. We start about noon, till about 1. And again, like I said, it's the first and third. It's at the United Presbyterian Church. So.
And why are you involved in Kiwanis? What do you like best about it?
Well, when I first became involved with it, I was actually asked by a friend up in Spearfish, South Dakota, to come on board and really started to fall in love with the Kiwanis mission aimed at the youth, which kind of aligns with what I do as the Salvation Army. Ultimately, is really helping our kids because they're really our future. No matter if it's with Kiwanis, with Rotary, with the Salvation Army, with whoever, without kids, we're not going anywhere.
So, can you give me some examples of how Kiwanis has helped out with kids?
Well, the neat part here in Newton is we have several different ways. We sponsor the Key Club, which is pretty much a leadership program in the high school. We do an action club, which again is more a different style of Kiwanis.
And it's tied in with Progress Industries.
Correct. Yep. We do Dollars for Scholars. We do a Student of the Month. We ask a couple kids to come join us to see what Kiwanis is all about, so that when they go and become Circle K when they get to college, which is another part of Kiwanis, they have some type of and usually what we do is those are part of our beneficiaries for scholarships, is usually those kids that actually happen to attend. We go outside of it, but you attend and become one of the students of the month, usually a little bit more of that. We're going to be sponsoring Red Pride Day, which is really the youth, again the high school going around and helping clean up. So it's actually a dual thing. We're sponsoring the high school to do it, but we're also helping the community in the long run. Of course, the fun one, giving out candy at Maytag Park for Halloween. I mean, you can't pass that up.
I know that on the night when they have the opening night for the holiday lights, you give out hot chocolate, cocoa, that kind of thing?
That's kind of a joint thing. That became a joint thing with the Salvation Army and Kiwanis. Part of it is probably because I, for some reason, might have a little bit of ties to both organizations.
You bet.
But they help us give out hot chocolate. Salvation Army, we provide the hot chocolate and that type of thing. Kiwanis gives you the marshmallows, the sweeter end of the deal, right? No.
There you go.
So you get hot chocolate and marshmallows after you've enjoyed all the lights.
Okay. And you are involved in a lot of different things going on around the community. I
Correct.
know you made a list of them.
Yep. Like I said, we sponsor Jasper. We work with Jasper County Conservation and help sponsor some of the scholarships for some of their summer camps. And of course, the other thing with Maytag Park, the shelter. If everybody knows that, that
drive by
Kiwanis,
it says the Kiwanis Shelter.
Kiwanis Shelter. We work with the sports banquet, and then of course, I think I mentioned Dollars for Scholars. If I remember correctly, some days it's that gray that kind of gets to you after a while.
Yeah.
But and so there's just lots of different things that we look at. The senior breakfast. So there's. Again, a lot of them are youth oriented, and a lot of it's really looking to the future. What's going to make Newton 20 years down the road?
Well, that is fantastic. How much are your dues?
A whopping $40 if you're going to eat with us, and great meal provided by Hy-Vee for us. If you're not one of those guys that wants to eat lunch, you don't have to, and dues are like $20.
Okay. So if somebody watching this video is interested in joining the Newton Noon Kiwanis Club, how can they go about doing that, Tim?
Well, you can find somebody one of us that's a Kiwanian.
Or maybe you.
Or maybe me, yeah. And I only say me because, I know where I am, some days. My wife has to tell me the other days, but, and, if you're really interested, you can give me a call and I get you set up. My office number is 641-792-6131. Captain Tim on that part, and I can get you set up. Or join us. Come into United Presbyterian the first or third of the month. We'll greet you. We'll sit you down. We'll even give you a free meal that day.
Whoa!
Yeah,
How about that?
And absolutely, we love, because it really is all about supporting the kids.
And it is a great organization. I'm in Rotary, Newton Noon Rotary, and I'm past president and board member. But I told Tim this on the podcast that back in the '80s, when I worked for KCOB, I did belong to Kiwanis. And when I lived in the Waterloo Cedar Falls area, I also belonged to Kiwanis. And they're both great service organizations. So if you are interested and you're a person that has time on your hands to join a service organization, I would suggest that you consider joining Kiwanis or Rotary hey, I just joined the Optimist Club in Newton too.
So you're going to be optimistic.
I'm going to be optimistic, no pessimistic. The Pessimist Club was gonna start an organization, but they gave up on it.
Yep.
Old joke, I always love talking to you, Tim. So thank you very much for chatting with us. We normally call him Captain Tim, but this time it's just Tim North, who's for 3 years now has been president of the Newton Noon Kiwanis Club. Check it out. Again, they meet twice a month, the first and third Wednesdays of the month at the United Presbyterian Church in Newton. Great organization, and they've beaten, I hate to admit it, for several years now.
Three.
Okay. Don't rub it in. 3 years. The Red Kettle campaign, the bell ringing campaign, and over the Rotarians.
Yep.
And I can see my phone is running out of power. Perfect timing. Thank you to my Android for cutting us off here before I embarrass myself anymore. Always great chatting with you, Tim.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's going to wrap it up for this edition of Out and About with Jamie Grouch Shortcast video. Till next time, Grout is out. See ya.